This is Dr. Umar's biological daughter.
Oh shit.
She decided that she wanted to start a TikTok and expose the fact that she is his daughter. And this is some of the things that she had to say.
Wanted to come on here with a small, short announcement.
Can
I
y'all
just
hear
want to
this?
start this video off.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm not trying to get clout. I literally just want to have a conversation with my father. My biological father is Dr. Umar. He has another daughter. I tried to contact him about, getting to know my sister on my dad's side. I asked him if he knows her or if he has her number. He ignored me and never responded. I'm 22 years old now. My dad has never been to anything important, no graduation, no birthday parties, nothing. He has not been in my life. Again, I'm not making this video to bash him. I'm making this video to state facts. Okay? You can't get on Instagram and get on social media and portray to be an activist and talk about how black kings need to be with black women, but you're not even in your black woman's daughter's life. It doesn't make sense. You're being a hypocrite. And it's frustrating because I reached out to you. I reached out to you. I shouldn't have had to do that. I'm your daughter. But I'm smart enough and logical enough to know that you would never reach out to me because you don't have my phone number. And I'm pretty sure you wouldn't try to reach out to me because for what? I don't want anything out of you. I want nothing but a conversation. Forget the relationship. I really don't care too much about that at this point. I just wanted a conversation out of you and you shut me down. You ignored me. You should never be too busy for your daughter ever in life. So I just wanted to make this video to just try to, I guess, somehow find my sister on my dad's side. So if you see this, please reach out to me, please DM me because I want to know who you are. Why do I have siblings out there that I don't know about? It's unfair and you know deadbeat fathers is very common nowadays, especially in the black community, right? We all know Dr. Umar reps the black community or whatever, but you can't rep that if you're not even in your daughter's life. You moving backwards. You're moving backwards. It's not making sense. To the public, you look like this person, but in private, you a whole nother person. And I'm not bashing you. I just don't understand why you're ignoring me. I'm 22 years old and you have yet to be in my life. No graduation, no parties. When I get married, are you going to be at the wedding? Are you going to walk me down the aisle? Y'all, I have a stepdad who has been in my life since a little girl. He has been in my life. And I thank God for him because my biological father couldn't even do that, y'all. My biological father is not even on my birth certificate because when my mom had me, he left. And I do have a DNA test. So, yes, I can prove that that's my father. I
That's
would
not
never
how it
get on here and
works,
lie to y'all.
boy.
That's kind of sick and delusional and crazy. But I'm just making this video because I want to find.
What are you saying, Quentin?
Cap.
So you don't believe that she's his biological daughter?
Nope. Cap.
Okay. All right. Anybody else don't believe it?
I don't know what to think, honestly.
I don't. Yeah, I don't not believe it. Mhm.
Well, it is true. It is a fact that he does have two daughters, and they are allegedly the ages that she's projecting that they are. And Umar Johnson himself has said that he does not have a relationship with the mother of his children. So, is it that far fetched that this woman could be the biological daughter of Umar Johnson?
No, it's not far fetched. No.
It's not far fetched, but she's still lying.
I could probably see a little resemblance.
I'm looking for it. I can't see it.
I see it all over her. She looked just like him.
You think so?
She looked just
Let's
fucking
Like
like
the cheeks, the
Let,
eyes.
Find my
let's
sister.
do a side by side of these niggas.
Yeah.
You want me to pull it up?
Okay, I see the cheeks now. Yeah, you're right. My bad.
She looked just fucking like him, dog.
Yeah, that's true.
That is him. That on that right there, that is Umar Johnson all day long, bro.
Y'all sound like people on Maury. I don't see
It does. It looked just like him. Look at the
Let's see.
picture at the bottom.
Wait, press play. Because her nose don't look the same.
As Umar Johnson's?
Yeah, her nose
Yeah,
don't
like
look the same.
She gotta do like this so you can see the nostrils. Her
Yeah,
head is
press
like
play.
facing down.
Yeah, press play.
You looking too hard, man.
And when I reached out to
Oh,
him
you got
about giving me her number or if he even had it,
Now do this.
I was
Press play.
ignored.
Pause it and damn.
No, you
She
have
got
to.
like real
Oh, go
the
ahead.
nose. It's the nostrils, like the real Afrocentric.
Yeah, the nose
like,
ain't nothing alike.
You got to show a picture without his facial hair.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, without his facial hair?
Yeah, that's what kind of. Yeah, that's true. You can't. Yeah. Or put
He
some
got
facial hair on her with
pictures
the.
They got pictures without his facial hair for sure.
Yeah.
I'll pull it up for you. Hold on. Give me a
I
second.
mean, I don't think he ran from it though, because like he always he said he got daughters that he don't have relationships with. So it's not like he lied about it.
Hold on. I got you. Second.
But it is strange, that it's the Cooley situation all over. No, hell no.
Hell no, what?
No.
Man, that's him, bro. I don't know.
They both have teddy bear faces.
That is him.
Yeah, they got the teddy bear faces, but her facial features is different.
That is him. All
They have a mother.
I mean,
I believe her.
I don't know what to think about that shit, man. But either way, even if it's not her, Umar Johnson said that he got kids that he don't have relationships with, but he definitely need to explain why he don't have a relationship with his kids, and he do all that preaching. I don't know, that's kind of strange.
Let me play the rest of the video.
So now I guess I have to take matters into my own hands. So if you see this video, sister, please reach out to me, because if he's not going to allow us to be in contact, I'll do it myself. I just want to end this video by saying that daughters who have deadbeat fathers should not have to go through this. This is very present in the Black community. And as an activist, I would not think that you would be a deadbeat because you rep the Black community so much. It doesn't make any sense. You cannot be a hypocrite. You can't say do A, but you're doing B. It doesn't make any sense. So y'all already heard my mission for this video. Y'all already heard why I'm making this video. So if she can reach out to me, I would love that. I would love to have a conversation with you because you are my sister on my father's side that I have never met. I don't even know your name. I don't even know how old you are. I have a sister on my mom's side and I'm the oldest. I'm pretty sure that my sister that's on my dad's side, I'm probably older than her. I'm supposed to be guiding her. I'm supposed to be teaching her things because you as the father, you're not doing that. So let me do that as an older sister. But that's the end of this video. As I stated in the beginning of this video, I'm not trying to bash this man. I'm stating facts. Facts. And in the next clip, I will show y'all the screenshot of me trying to reach out to him and he ignored me after I asked him if he had my sister's phone number. So here you go.
Lies.
Hold on, let me see what this says. It says peace and
He talked to his kid like that?
peace and Pan-Africanism. If this is in fact my daughter, there is a reason why you're not messaging me directly from your cell phone. She said, this is my iCloud, but my phone number is, and she covers it up. And he said, text me your phone number. She said, this is Anissa. He said, this is a different number. Why different numbers? 267 or 443. She said, 443. Do you have any other children? I would love to meet them. Do you have their numbers? Yo, listen, the fact that this, no, think about this for a minute.
He responded though.
Think about this for a minute though. The fact that he's asking questions from a girl, trying to figure out whether or not this is his daughter or not, shows you that this nigga is a deadbeat though. Because if you had a relationship with your daughter, you wouldn't even be questioning whether or not who is this? Is this really my daughter reaching out to me? You understand what I'm saying? Like my daughter would never reach out to me and I'd be like, hey, is this really my daughter? Why is this like, you know what I'm saying? I know my daughter. I know my daughter, so I would never be questioning whether or not if this is really my daughter. She sent this nigga a baby picture. You can tell right there at the top. That's so sad, bro.
Only thing that don't make sense is like, why does it say, why you not directly messaging me from your phone? But this looks like a phone chat, a phone conversation.
No, it's an iCloud. It's probably under her email or something.
You can text somebody from your computer, from your iCloud.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you still wouldn't say that though. You still wouldn't say that. So it's like, what is she messaging him from? That he said that. And that's definitely text messaging.
I'm about to say something unpopular, so here goes the Q Diddy in me. If a woman had a child and you don't want anything to do with it, what's the problem?
We'll get there. Hold on. So I'm gonna tell you what my opinion is of the problem, but we'll get there. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, okay. So this is the end of it. All right. So
At me, he left.
let me tell you what the problem is, in my opinion, personally, is because it's not the kids' fault. It's not the kids' fault, in my opinion. I don't think that it matters. Listen, you could justify, in my opinion, you can justify saying, okay, well, the mother is so difficult. It's so difficult to get into the daughter. I don't think it's a justification because I'm gonna fight for my kid no matter what. However, let's just say, for example, I could see why a guy would pull back from a toxic mother, and you know what I'm saying? She's problematic and all of this stuff. This girl's 22. When you become an adult, at least when you out on your own, and this is why I even tell guys about why it's problematic for being a stepfather, because she said that she got a stepfather that actually played a real role in her life. You're still going to reach out to find out who the fuck you are from your biological parent. You're always going to seek out who you are from the person that made you, especially if they're doing well or they getting some visibility. And so once the kid get grown, the mother can't prevent you from having a relationship from what you created, right? So we're not talking to somebody in which, again, it's not the kid's fault. We're not talking to somebody that's 9, 10, 11 years old that don't have no control of what's happening. She's saying, listen, why you ain't come for me? Why you ain't, you know what I'm saying? Tell me who I am. Why you ain't all of that? You know what I'm saying? And she 22. That for me, that's different.
I just don't understand why everybody running to the internet like somebody said, like B Sharp said in the super chat.
Fair. That's fair. But she 22 years old. What? They fucking kids still. They don't know. They dumb.
No. They grew up.
Absolutely, Slimmy.
She said she's looking for her sister, and he's not helping her.
They all grew up on the internet though, and you know what this shit brings.
No, you don't.
This ain't like
people that don't know what it brings, Slimmy.
Huh?
It's grown people that don't even know what this internet shit bring.
That makes sense.
Like grown people.
They might not have ever been on the internet, but she was raised on the internet, so she knows. She been around. She was around when whatchamacallit first started popping off. What is it? Hip hop? What is that old?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what I know about Umar Johnson. And this is, and everybody in the chat can verify this. When Umar Johnson is being slandered, or somebody that's saying some shit about him that has a significant voice and is getting some traction, that is personally attacking his life, he addressed that shit. He will go on Instagram in 5 seconds and go live and start calling motherfuckers dusty, saying that it was a woman that said that she was with Umar Johnson, and he was like, you lying.
He kicked her out the venue.
100%. People said that he was with a snow bunny, and he was like, snow bunnies never, black women forever. The one thing about Umar Johnson is that he is always going to address something that he thinks is a lie against him. He won't address the truth, but he will address a lie in 5 seconds in order to make sure that people is discredited from all of that stuff. So this shit is nuclear. I see so many people talking about this on other platforms. I haven't seen anybody address it on YouTube, but I've seen 1,000 people address it on these other platforms. This shit is going is absolutely.
Oh, he ain't saying nothing.
He ain't saying nothing about it. Somebody said this ain't nothing to be addressed on the internet. They exchange numbers. What the fuck? Man, this is a fucking kid. This is your kid. Listen, we not talking about a random bitch that's just that tried to finesse you out of some money. We're talking about a child. And why are people saying, why you want to invite him on the show? I offered to pay him to do an interview. What the fuck you talking about? Y'all new to this shit. Y'all just got here. Please miss me with that self-righteous shit. This is a child. They saying he responded. Okay, I'll look for it if he responded. Let's see. Where?
Yeah, whoever said Umar responded, y'all got to say where. Can't just be responding like that.
I should have made some popcorn for tonight.
Hold on, I'm about to pull it up.
Oh, you found it?
No, not fully yet. Hold on, give me a second. I see that they saying that he responded, and I see where there's some stuff. There's some people doing some live streams and stuff like that. But hold on, let me see if I can find it.
JB live from Sweden. What up?
Hold on. Umar Johnson. But what do y'all think about the video while I look this shit up? What do y'all think about it? Because I mean, obviously I gave my opinion, but
I still think it's strange that this is how we communicate, man. Like when you trying to get somebody's attention. I think it's attention starved. I won't say it's necessarily clout chasing because it's definitely serious. But at the same time, man, I do not like that shit, man. I don't like that shit. Like, but that's just me personally. You know, I mean, I've seen it. Like, I've seen the different phases that we've gone through using the internet, and to me, this shit is starting to get over the top. When you're trying to get somebody's attention, this shit just don't look good, man. That's just what I think about it. Like, cause you
Let
know what?
me. Oh, sorry.
No, you just know what come with that shit. I was done.
Oh no, I was just gonna ask you a question. How, if she's trying to find her sister and she feels like he's not helping her, how else should she go about it if not through TikTok?
I mean, this is gonna sound crazy, but honestly, you ain't known her, period. So what do it matter? You ain't known her all this time. Why are you waiting till now? Like, what's the big deal about it now? You know what I'm saying? You could have found this out, like, you could have been trying to do this 6, 7 years ago, 10 years ago. It doesn't make sense. The timing is just strange, and it's just strange. I don't know. It just seems weird to me. But I feel like this is just the way of the world now. Like everybody they want to make a spectacle of everything. Everything shouldn't be for the internet. But
So
he wrote a
you
statement
think,
on Instagram.
oh Lord.
Hold on, let me see something. Okay, hold on. Oh, wait a minute. The girl responded after he responded. Hold on, let me see something.
It's not insensitive, man.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. I'm gonna just pull up her whole profile Cause this shit is wild, bro. All right, give me a second. I gotta come back with it. That's his daughter. All right.
He never tried to run from that though.
What do you think she has to gain though? So I mean, like, why would she be looking for clout just to draw traffic to her page?
I didn't say she was looking for clout. I said I don't think it
Sorry,
is
so I just
clout
wanted to
chasing.
come on here with a
I think
small
it's a
Oh,
little bit of.
okay.
I said I
I
think
just
it's a
want
little
to, and
attention
lyric.
star to go to the internet like that.
Hello, guys. So I just wanted to come on here with a small update. I just got off the phone with Dr. Umar's other daughter's mother, and she just told me that that's her daughter. So, yes, y'all, I found her. I'm going to give her a call and talk to my sister when she gets out of school. So, and I just wanted to answer a couple questions. All that, oh, are you going to show us the DNA test? No, because it's not your business. Why? I don't have to prove nothing to y'all internet folks. I know what it is in real life. So, no, you're not getting a DNA test. What else have I seen? Why are you coming to the internet with this? I already tried to get in contact with him. He shut me down and ignored me. What else I've been seeing? Oh, you trying to tear down Dr. Umar? No, I'm not. He tore himself down by not building a relationship with his own daughter. What's another question I saw? It's a bunch of questions I seen, but y'all don't know nothing. That's my dad. I have the right. And that's my sister. I have the right. Trying to use your father's name to build your struggle streamer career is so not cool. Struggle streamer? But you have two daughters and you're not in their lives, Dr. Umar. But I'm a struggle streamer? You see what I'm talking about? Why is that your only focus? You have two daughters and you are not present in their lives. Let's focus on that, Dr.
Let me see what this says. It says, good day, good Garvey day. As I don't live in the prison of other people's opinions, I have no interest. I repeat, no interest in discussing nor explaining my private life with any of you, as my 15 years as the most relevant and requested scholar orator. I don't know what the rest of that says. About why her father hasn't been in her life. I have no problem with this conversation, public, but her mother must be present for the conversation. She needs to keep the same energy and bring her mother to the table. I am sure, blah, 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 revealed if all three of us are present together. This is all I can see. Absolutely nothing to hide, and I still have all of my court paperwork in case any lies are told. Trying to use your father's name to build your struggle stream is not cool. Come on now. Come on, y'all. This shit is wild. Trying to use your father's name to build up your struggle stream is not cool. Come on, fam. All right, Quinn.
Yeah.
Now that we throw that shit away. This nigga called his daughter a struggle streamer, Quentin.
I don't know. I don't condone this behavior. I don't know what to say.
Oh, snaps. Oh my God.
Like I don't know the dynamic between them. I don't know. Like I don't condone it. Like I'm a really understanding person, and I understand stuff that I don't agree with. But I can understand like dealing with the fucking bitch, fucking baby mom, and just not want to do nothing with it. Like I get it. Like I like just like being vulnerable, like until my kid could fucking call me and talk on the phone. Like I didn't really fuck with my kid because his mom was a fucking bitch. She almost made me lose my fucking job, type shit. And I was just like, I get it. Yeah, I didn't wait no 21 years, but but shit.
I don't get why the mom has to be present. Like the daughter is an adult at this
Right.
point.
I agree. If the daughter is an adult, why is the mom got to be present?
No, it's something went down. Like that's what he's saying. Something like just reading between the lines, something went down with her mom and Umar.
So I don't need your mama no more in order to reach out to you and talk to you.
No, he's saying if we gonna have a sit down, your mom want to be present because obviously he wants to have a conversation with the daughter, so that her mom has to be accountable for whatever took place.
Okay, and then what?
What?
He not
Then
just gonna
what?
sit down with her.
Okay, and then what? You still got a child out of wedlock, and your child is reaching out to you, and you calling her a struggle streamer.
Oh, I ain't addressing that. I'm just talking about the part where he said your mom got to sit down with her.
Why does
Yeah,
the
I don't
mother?
know
I
why he's
still don't
talking. I don't
understand
know
why
what
the
the
mother got to
struggle.
sit down. If your daughter is 22 years old, you never fuck with the mother in the first place. Why does the mother have to sit down with you?
He wants to hold the mom accountable.
But you had 22 years to do that.
He obviously didn't care about that shit.
Why do I need my daughter in order to hold the mother accountable when he had 22 years to do that? Is all I'm asking.
I don't know. I don't know none of that. What I'm saying, I'm only assuming that this is why. This is the only way he wants to sit down with the daughter.
I'm not about to. I want to. I want to sit down with my kid, man.
No, he obviously
Yeah.
doesn't. He doesn't though. He doesn't.
He's just a deadbeat. Like, we gotta call it what it is.
This is crazy. What up,
You are
Carrie?
avoiding your child.
You know what's going on, Carrie?
Yeah, I've been watching. Hey guys.
Hey,
What up?
Carrie.
Word.
Hey,
I
y'all, I'm
have
so
a
glad that we couldn't have
oh, go ahead.
Carrie wasn't here before we started the stream, but let's continue.
Oh yeah. Hell no.
Yeah, I'm curious of what
Hell
I
no.
missed
You ain't
before
missed
y'all
nothing.
went on
You
air.
ain't missed nothing.
Ah, shit.
Quentin, you gotta tell me what he said.
Don't tell her shit.
No. No. Hey, you gotta stop spamming the chat, fam.
Who is spamming the chat? If somebody's spamming y'all, time them out. Carrie, what's your thoughts on this?
I have a different view of this because of what I have experienced myself. And I can see where he would want the mom present because there could be a chance that the mom has told the daughter all of her version of things and has, I'm not going to say brainwashed, but the daughter knows the mom's side of the story as the truth. And for him to sit down with the daughter without the mom to be able to hold the mom accountable to potential things that the daughter would say would probably make it very hard for him to have a genuine conversation with his daughter. I have experienced that on numerous occasions, and I'm not saying it's the same situation, but it's very difficult to do that because to me, especially since she is 22, after a certain amount of time, like I said, some people tend to hold what somebody has told them as the truth. So I'm not looking for your side of things. I'm looking for why you did what I was told that you did. And because you weren't present, in my mind, it's true because you weren't there. So,
So wouldn't that warrant a conversation with the person now that they're old enough for you to be able to kick it with them without any kind of barrier between y'all, for you to be able to actually start to have a better conversation to you know what I'm saying, to build that relationship or something like that?
I mean, it yes, in theory, but I have also experienced, and I'm not saying that she is doing it, but kids lie. And sometimes some people lie. And she's making it seem like she has not heard from him. She has not spoken to him. And that might be true, or that might not. So we don't know what level of attempts Umar has done to either speak to her, or when he spoke to her and it didn't work. I don't know what mom has done when all I'm saying is because of the lens that I look through, I can just see where for everything you're giving, there could be a reason on the other end explaining it, which is unfortunate. It is unfortunate because really, he should be able to sit down with her. They should be able to talk. Like, all that should happen. But if I didn't live through certain things, I would not believe it at all myself. I'll be like, this is
Fair
ridiculous. It's
point.
all on him.
Fair point. I don't take that away. Here's my problem though, right? I don't look at this through the lens of the eyes of a normal person. I'm looking at this through the lens of a person that is very, very popular, has a huge following, and is also communicating out to people a certain message of responsibility and regularly. Because one of the things that I don't understand right now is why so many people are simping for him in the chat as far as guys, because the one thing that he is a panderer to women. And he regularly throws men under the bus in order to try to build up his following with women. And so, how can you pander to women when you are literally the definition of the thing that you try to hold men accountable for on a regular basis? And considering that, it would seem as though you would do preventative maintenance and make sure under any circumstances that there is no more bullshit, because you already got enough on your plate as far as people saying that, you know what I'm saying, your school ain't opening and all of this shit over the last 15, 16 years. It seems like, if it's me personally, I'm proactively nipping this shit in the bud, because once they get old enough to talk for themselves, they can spend the rest of their life ruining my life by trying to expose me for being something that I don't necessarily believe or I don't necessarily agree with. So with him being that visible, because I think a lot of times people look through this through the eyes of normal, everyday people that don't have a lens on them, it seems like he would get ahead of this shit. It seems like if somebody reached out to him, then he would absolutely 100%, you know what I'm saying? If it's your daughter, your biological daughter, that you would actually try to, you know what I'm saying, mitigate it and get ahead of it instead of waiting for something to happen to you.
Well, to me, that's even more the reason why I'm a little bit more suspicious on what she's saying. Not that she's not his daughter, but on how she's playing it out, because he does know that. So he technically does have more to lose than her. And like I said, I really think she believes what she's saying and what she's doing. So I think that both of those things can be happening at the same time. And again, you in theory, you might think that you can call up a 20-something-year-old kid and get them to move how you want them to move, get them to forgive you, get them to get over whatever has been put in their head for years. You really might think you can do that, but I'm telling you, it's not that
she
easy.
Just showed the text messages of her reaching out to him and then him questioning whether or not, you know what I'm saying?
But I think that was I see, again, I know y'all say don't like go personal, but again, when I read what he said, I understood, because I know y'all say like I would know my daughter's phone number. Yeah, you might if you have a relationship, but if you don't, you might not. If she changes the phone, like I'll just say.
So at 22 years old, you're telling me, well, listen, you know what? The longer I live, the more I realize that I'm so far removed from what my logic is of what I think makes sense versus what everybody else is justifying makes sense to them. And so, for me, me personally, you can cut me off. I don't care. For me personally, I can't imagine under any circumstances ever telling people that Black Queens forever, Snow Bunnies never, while I got two daughters out here in these streets. Because first of all, the thing that and this is another reason why I don't give no excuses to Umar Johnson. Fuck Umar Johnson. One of the reasons I don't give no excuses is because we don't let women make excuses for the man that they pick, that they open up their legs to and leaving their family. I tell women all the time, go back to your baby father. You picked him. What your spidey senses wasn't working. You know what I'm saying? Your women's intuition wasn't there when you decided to have kids by two different dudes, and then you decided that you wanted to break up your family. I hold women accountable all the time for breaking up their family. You can't tell me that this motherfucker can come out here and say Black Queens forever, Snow Bunnies never, and hold men accountable on a regular basis, talking about what they should and shouldn't be doing, and how they need to be marrying the mother of their children, and how they need to be marrying black women in order to keep money within the community, while he's out here with daughters, more than one baby mama. So this is not even just a one-time situation. This means that this is a perpetual, and they have a gap between the time that he had the first daughter and the time that he had the second daughter. And I'm not going to excuse him and make excuses for this motherfucker when I hold women accountable every single day for the man that they chose to have kids with, and I don't let them have any excuses. So now I'm supposed to let this motherfucker have excuses and see it from his side when he got a grown daughter and he's giving advice on how men are supposed to be operating with women, but he can't keep his daughter in check. He don't have a relationship whatsoever, and he's talking about, I don't have to talk about my personal life. That's motherfucker, you do have to talk about your personal life, because you say that you're an example and you the most prolific and you the blueprint of what a black leader is supposed to be. I think that that's bullshit. There's no way in the world that we can excuse this. There's no way in the world that you can justify it. We don't give women a pass, and I'm not giving Umar Johnson a pass at all. That's bullshit. I'm not making no excuses for this motherfucker. He a deadbeat dad, and he the very definition of what black men should not be, and he's the prototype of why we all are looked at as less than, why we all are stereotyped as trash ass dudes, because he is the example of a person that is walking around traveling the whole fucking world, but you don't even have your own daughters in order. I can't give respect to a motherfucker that's not respected by his own children. I'm supposed to respect you more than your children do. That's crazy to me. If you can't get your own children in order, if your houses are in shambles, how the fuck am I going to take any advice from you on how to build a community? That's crazy to me. And any motherfucker that's justifying this in the chat, y'all insane to me too. And that shows me why people don't have no confidence in the community, in my personal opinion. That's crazy to me. I'm not going to respect the motherfucker and his own daughter don't respect him. That don't make sense to me. But I'm also aware that I'm so far removed from logic of what other people think that my opinion is not relevant in this conversation, because people obviously think I'm far removed, and I think I'm far removed too. But I can't give the respect of, and I can respect you as a human being. I can't respect your opinion on how we're supposed to build community.
I don't think he respects women. I think he just uses them. He's been getting all those donations from women for years for his school, and where's the school? Those kids still can't walk through those doors yet. So he knows who to target, and he's into psychology. And
I think that people that have supported him, and this is why everybody in the chat is broken. People that have supported him and people that have heralded him and celebrated him are now seeing a leader, are seeing even more cracks in a leader. And I'm sorry that y'all leader is pieces of shit. I'm sorry that y'all leader is not a reflection of what y'all thought he was. I'm sorry that y'all donated to his school. I'm sorry that what he's going through with his baby mama is similar to what y'all dealt with y'all baby mama. Y'all need to go heal. But I'm not giving this nigga a pass the same way that I don't give women a pass. I don't give nobody a pass when it comes to who they choose to have children with, because the kids do not have any choice in that. They did not ask to be in this world. That is your fault. That is your responsibility. I'm not giving him a pass. I'm not. I think he does more harm than hurt.
Well, I definitely am not advocating for the pass or the not pass. I'm just saying that I can't listen to her and just believe that how she says this whole thing has played out is as it has played out. That's my biggest thing. In terms of him not sharing, I mean, on one hand, I get it, because at the end of the day, you get to decide if you share or if you don't. But I do think that he should, because he comments so much on other people's lives and stuff like that. Now, regarding him advocating for family, I don't think I understand what you're saying, Anton. At the same time, and I know you don't really care for him, so you might not think, not saying I care for him, but I'm just saying I know you don't like him like that, so you might not think that anything genuine or whatever can come from him. But it could be the case that the very reason he advocates so hard for families to stay together is because his family has broken apart. So some people go through, I
How?
mean,
He never
that's
married them.
some,
He never married either one of them.
that's a part, but that too
It's not a
becomes a part,
family, Gary.
that too becomes a part, can become a part of your experience and your reference point for sharing. Don't do what I did.
That's not what he
Don't do what
says. That's not what he
I'm
says. You adding on to it. That's not what he says. If he says that, then that's justifiable, Carrie. But that is not what he said.
is that what he not said? Does he say that he did, like, does he portray it like he did come from a whole family and he's taking care of his kids? I don't know.
No, he portrays himself that listen, he heralds himself as the #1 black psychiatrist in the world.
But that has nothing to do.
No,
That's
no, no.
different
Yes,
than,
he do, because he talks as though he fixes people, as though he puts people in a position for them to be healthily in a situation or a relationship. You can't say that shit,
but
and you
Anton,
don't have your own shit together.
but respectfully, this was one of the issues that some people had with Kevin Samuels, which I understood. Not them, not the people who had issue. I kind of understood, but I didn't think it was sound, because even though Kevin was not married and he was twice divorced, he can still speak from his experience. So to me,
He doesn't say he speaks from his experience, Gary. Kevin regularly prefaced what he said by saying that his goal was to get you to the start line of what it takes to be married. He never said that he had marriage advice. He would always preface what he says by saying that his goal was to get people married and get families together. And he would say, and once you reach this particular point, you know what I'm saying, then you can go and do whatever it is that you want, or you get beyond me. That's what he would regularly say.
No, I've heard Kevin. I'm not saying he didn't say what you're saying, but I've heard Kevin plenty of times address people who said, you really can't come and talk about marriage because you're not married anymore. And he addressed that. And he addressed that. And I was cool with that, because again, I think that I have just as much to learn from somebody who did something and failed at it as somebody who did something and was successful. So
Kevin, I know his daughter and I know his mother, and I stay in touch with him to this day. He was not a deadbeat.
You're moving the goalposts. I'm not talking about how he treated his daughter, Anton. I'm just using the example.
Umar Johnson allegedly does not have a relationship with his daughter, and he's publicly calling her a struggle fucking streamer. He's calling her a struggle streamer.
Y'all have got up here and said F them kids.
I say F them kids. I don't say F my kids.
That's somebody's kid.
I don't give a fuck about other people's kids.
And
I don't have to care about nobody else's kid. No. I don't have to care about somebody else's kid. I do have to care about my own seed.
But if she gets out of,
if somebody said I don't care about what the fuck Anton got going on with his daughter, that's fair. I have to care about what goes on with my daughter.
I listen. I wholeheartedly understand where you're talking from, because I promise you, if I did not experience personally what I experienced from the man side, I would 100% agree with you. I would 100% agree with you. But some of the stuff that I saw women do that then impacts their children, and I'm gonna say it's probably harder with the daughters. Some of the stuff that I witnessed, if I didn't see it, there's no way I would believe it. So it's just hard for me to 100% just assume that just because she's saying this stuff makes him a deadbeat, means he didn't try, means that I just can't. I'm not saying that means that he's doing the right thing either. Hear me out. I'm just saying I can't just go with what she's saying. That's all. And it's all unfortunate. Like, let's be clear. It's all unfortunate. So I hope anybody who's watching this, if nothing else, marry before you have kids and stick with whoever you marry. Like if all else fails.
That's not the message. You missed it. That's not the message. That's not the message. The message is there are no excuses. In the same way that we hold women accountable, we have to hold men accountable. I am an equal accountability partner. It would be hypocritical for me to say Umar Johnson gets a pass. Oh my God, what's your side of the story? And I don't do that to women.
I don't think this is a past
I don't need
thing.
to.
I don't look
hear
at this
a
as
woman's other side of the story for her to be accountable for her actions in society. I always say stop blaming the man for what you are making and what the situation is that you're creating. I always say that, and I'm not going to do it with Umar Johnson. I'm not. And I know a lot of guys want me to be on the guy's side. Fuck you. I'm not on nobody's side. I'm on the side
I
that
was gonna
makes
say I don't think this is a side thing.
at
I don't
all.
think it's a side thing.
And again, it may hit home. Maybe a lot of people got a situation where they've dealt with or whatever, so on and so forth, that they feel a certain type of way about it. Whatever. I don't really give a fuck about that. The only thing I care about is what it looks like, what it is, and I y'all got it. Y'all got this one. I can see y'all got it. Umar Johnson, you know what? You're a good father no matter what.
But nobody even said that.
I'm
You're being
saying it.
extreme.
I'm saying it. I'm sure it's.
The reality is we don't really know what the.
I'm sure that there's another side of the story. I'm sure that the mother is wrong, and I'm sure that he's doing things the right way, and he's gonna make sure that he carry us to the promised land. I'm with it. I'm cool.
Don't take your bat and ball and go home.
Oh, I'm cool. I'm with it. We don't. It's no point in debating. For me personally, is no point in debating a dead argument because we just gonna read. Like if other people have something to contribute into the conversation, I think that that's dope. But to just go over the same thing over and over again,
I agree, and we don't know, so
it don't make no difference. I say what I said. I stand on what I stand on, and I'm definitely not holding him accountable for what it is that I see. Absolutely not. And I think that that's wild for you to call your daughter a fucking struggle streamer. That shit is wild. You will never, under any circumstances, hear me say anything negative about my daughter.
Yeah, but that's your daughter. We said we're not gonna go back and forth for that. And I'm not saying that that's right. I'm not saying it's right. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna yield. So
You can say what you want to say.
No, because I don't need
I
to
don't
share too
agree.
much of my own.
I don't agree with you at
But
all.
I'm not.
You are so wrong. I don't think that you've ever been more wrong on a subject than this one right here.
That's okay.
Anybody else?
I just think if we're going to advocate for the Black community and Black families, it starts at home. He's created two broken homes. He clearly can't rectify the first one. The second one is up in the air. So I think he should focus on his personal life for a while instead of trying to save the Black community.
Carrie, we can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I'm sorry, y'all.
Okay.
Hold up.
Anybody else? Oh, let me remove this. Anton, I have no experience with women. I only been with one girl my whole life. I agree with you. You're right. I can't speak on having a together family. You're right. I agree with you. Maybe Slimmy is disqualified because he don't have any kids out of wedlock too. Slimmy, would you like to comment on this?
On what, Umar?
Mm-hmm.
I already commented. Carrie came up here and said the exact same thing I did.
All right. Anybody else? Before we move over to the next thing, read super chats.
I will say this though, like as far as it goes, as far as like what Carrie conveyed her message better, but I wasn't gonna put my personal life out there. But I will say this: you don't know what the mom is telling the child. about the father that might not be true, and that drives a wedge between the child and the parent. I will say that for sure, because the mom don't always tell the whole story.
Well, the dad's not telling the whole story either. So how does she get the whole story?
Well, the thing is, the dad isn't there. I'm only talking about who's with the child. So if the mom is with the child and the mom is saying, yo, this, and this is what took place, you're only going to know one thing, and it may not necessarily be the truth.
Yeah.
What you got to say?
I mean, but she's 22 though. Like, I feel like she's old enough to draw her own conclusions about her father. She's
we
not a
have
child anymore.
When you've been told the same thing for 20 years, you can't say that.
we have a coworker requesting PTO.
Mika can't talk.
Mika.
She said send her off.
Mika, I told you that you don't have to do this tonight. Get yourself together. Get yourself.
Sorry, Slimmy.
I'm gonna check on you later, Mika.
I was trying.
All right, baby.
Oh, I feel better.
I'm not
Feel
putting
better,
Carrie in the
Mika.
first spot because Carrie.
You so petty.
I'm not. I
didn't want to cut Slimmy off.
I'm not putting Carrie in the first slot because Carrie is wrong. And
what am I wrong? Can somebody tell me what I'm wrong about? Just so I know, because some people in the chat said I wasn't wrong, and some people said I was. You're saying I'm wrong. What am I wrong about?
I think that you're wrong for giving him a pass and not holding him accountable.
How am I giving him a pass?
Previous experience, I think she has a reason. I think she's told us enough to know.
Oh, I'm not saying that she don't have a reason for believing what she believed. I just believe that she's off. I think that, okay, I tell you what, to prove my point, not in this particular conversation, but prove my point, in the next conversations that we have about relationships or women that have single baby mamas and stuff, I'm gonna use the exact same. I'm gonna give the exact same amount of grace, and then we're gonna see how it goes.
Say that again.
I'm gonna give the exact same amount of grace, and then we're gonna see how it goes.
The exact same amount of grace to
the women.
What am I get?
Because I'm gonna just say, listen, we don't know what he did to her. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go into that phase. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna make sure that we take every factor into account, and we're not gonna hold them accountable for the decisions that they make.
No, he already held himself accountable.
He is held accountable.
He already told everybody about the situation, so it's not like
that's not being accountable.
So what would
being accountable is not telling everybody about the situation. That's the same thing that other people do. They just talk about it. Being accountable for something.
What else is he supposed to do?
Owning it and being accountable is repairing it and then actually participating in your daughter's life. That's what you're supposed to do.
What is
you have an obligation no matter what, because that child and what they do in his lifetime is going to directly be tied to your lineage, is going to be directly tied to your legacy, is going to directly affect other people. And so no matter what, even if you didn't have a relationship with her for the first 22 years, you have an obligation to make sure that that child is what they're supposed to be the next 22 years. You have an obligation. That is your responsibility. That is scripture. That is script. The scriptures say that the children pay for the sins of their parents.
It also says honor thy mother and father.
It does. It does say honor thy mother and father. 100%. But that they get that from the child. They get that from the parents because it also says put it into them young, and it will never depart from thee. It also says that you need to marry before you carry. And he skipped all of those other fucking steps, but he expecting her to be a great adult or to take responsibility for who she is in her life, but he didn't put any of that other stuff into her. I am directly responsible for what my daughter turns out to be. I am directly responsible for what my daughter is.
The good thing for you, Anton, is you set it up all the right way. And what he is experiencing is the result of not having done it the right way. That's what I for sure hold him and the mom accountable for. This is what happens. That's why I said I'm not like he's good, she's not. I'm just saying I can't look at it how it's presented and assume that it's all him, not mom, not daughter. I can't do that. At the same time, it's a horrible situation because I also have not seen it end up successful. Everybody to me ends up losing. So I'm not like advocating for him and saying give him a pass. I'm just saying I see it from different angles. So I can't just blame it all on him without knowing the rest of the story, which we probably will never know. So to your point, there's no point in going back and forth too much because we won't really know.
Well, I never gave him a pass, and I actually said months ago, all he do is be pussy pander. You know, I always felt like that about him. He pussy pandering. I don't think of him as no black leader. I never thought he was a black leader, but in this situation, we don't know everything, so I can't completely vilify him and make it just seem like, yo, it's just his fault if that man paid child support.
No, they said that he back.
They say what?
He fucked up on child support too.
I never heard that, so I don't know.
Okay, all right.
That's all. I can't go by what I don't know. All I'm saying is, in that situation, the shit looks strange, and for her to reach out like this, it just seems strange to me. But I'm different though, and I've actually been in this situation with my own father. So I don't know what to tell y'all. It's different. It's
You're
completely
trying to
different.
find her sister through him though, and he's not being helpful.
It don't really seem. It
So
don't
how
really
did she
seem
find
like the
her
whole thing
sister?
was. It don't really seem like the whole thing was derived from finding a sister,
Right.
because
She shared
how
a
did you
lot
know
that had
about her?
nothing to do with it.
You only knew about her because he said he had another daughter. He said he had 2 daughters.
Yeah,
It's
so she's
because of
trying to
him. He
figure
was
out
accountable.
who.
He was accountable to the world and said, like, my shit is fucked up. I'm not doing right. He said that. I don't even fuck with the nigga, but you can't say he didn't say this shit. Cause that was the
So
main reason why I said this nigga be pussy pattern and all. Like, so this nigga got a kid and he just trying to get pussy.
yeah, I think so too. But why
He
can't you
just
help your
trying to get
daughter find her
pussy.
sister? Why does it have to be a
Well, and we
I
don't
don't
know. Again,
issue?
I don't think
know the
that's
whole. We don't know the
yeah,
whole
I don't think
story
that
to that either. We don't know
I
the
don't
whole
think
story
that's
to
it.
that either. And she wasn't staying focused on finding my sister. She's like, I don't want nothing from you, but I want you to call me. I don't want nothing from you, but you're a deadbeat dad. I don't want nothing from you, but you didn't want to have a relationship. I think her bigger focus was really on him, and the sister thing was like a component of it. Now, what I will say is, like I said, he has a lot to say about other people. He has a lot. He had a lot to say about Deion Sanders and the moves he made. He has a lot. He has a lot to say. So I do think because of
I
the
wasn't even
type
gonna
of
bring that up.
content, I do think because of the type of content that he does, that he does in a sense owe his fan base or community or whatever he calls his people, he does owe them some context to what's happening. So him saying like, you
No,
know,
he owes them
I'm not
everything.
gonna say anything.
He owes them
He's probably,
everything because the
don't be
motherfucker
surprised if he
talks
comes
so
back
much
around.
shit about LeBron James and his kids.
I
He talks
agree.
so much shit about Dwayne Wade and his kid, which is justifiable. I actually agreed with his take on that. He talks so much shit about Deion Sanders and his kid, and he not fucking going over there to try to find out what the other person is doing. He not over there trying to give somebody the benefit of the doubt and trying to. He hold them accountable. He hold everybody accountable. This nigga hold Marcus Jordan accountable and these is grown people. He got more shit to say about everybody else and their kids, but we supposed to go and hear his side of the story when he don't give that level of grace to nobody else?
Well, he's
Why
not
would
giving
we?
his side. He's not giving his side of the story, and I think that he should. I think he needs to. I think that he comments on other people too much to not. So I agree with that.
This is crazy, man.
I agree.
This is crazy. Everybody want him to have grace, but he ain't gave none.
Nobody ain't giving him no
Who
grace.
said that?
Who gave him grace?
Who's saying this
Everybody
stuff
is
in your
saying
ear?
we need to hear the other side of the story before we hold this motherfucker accountable.
That's not what
And
I
y'all
said.
acting like him
That's
just
not
admitting
what I
that he
said.
had 2 children out of wedlocks is what accountability looks like.
That's not what I
That's
said.
owning
No, he
it.
just did the fucking Eminem on 8 Mile. He said the shit ahead of time so motherfuckers couldn't come back and hold him accountable for finding out that he had kids out of wedlock. I would do it too if I was him. He did Eminem on 8 Mile. That's all he did.
Nah.
Yes, he did. Before the kids, what?
Nah, you can't do that, AD.
Oh my God, bro.
You can't do that, AD. Nah, man, the nigga told the truth, man. I don't like the dude. I've been saying he's a pussy panderer. I never looked at this nigga as no leader. But in this situation, it's fucked up, man. But we don't know what that girl, it don't even look right. I'm just being honest. It don't even look right. Her running to the internet. Her running to the internet like this after sending text messages, like at 22 years old, it just seems funny to me. It seems fishy. I don't understand none of that shit, man. But we just agree to disagree. I just don't. I don't. If the nigga said what it is and he paid his child support, I don't know what else to say about it. Like I don't take the nigga seriously. So when a nigga talk about whatever he's talking about, I just don't hear the nigga. I look at him as a content creator. I don't look at him as a leader. He's
But
a
it's a
funny
lot of
guy. That's their
people
fault.
do though.
That's their fault.
Then they
And
gotta
he's moving
decide. Yeah.
around globally. He's all over Africa. He's
He's still
everywhere though.
he's still a doctor, and I don't look at him as
Is he a doctor?
Well,
yes.
yeah.
He's a real doctor.
The way we discussed the other night.
Hey, docked or it.
I can't make no excuses for the nigga. I don't fuck with him. I think he's funny. That's it.
I don't
But
really
in
listen
this,
to
it
him
looks
either.
shaky.
I'm not his target audience.
Peace and Pan-Africanism.
You say
Yeah, I
what?
don't believe in Pan-Africanism. I said I'm not his target audience. I don't believe in Pan-Africanism.
Oh
So
yeah,
I don't
he
listen.
gonna he gonna see you, buddy. He gonna be like, oh no, sister.
He gonna say it 3 times.
He gonna be saying some old ill shit. No, but like for real, like I don't. I can't.
I
give him no
beg
pass,
your
but
pardon.
At the same time, I can't really vilify him.
Listen, nobody has ever his audience, his core audience, they're not going to not rock with him anyway. So it really doesn't matter, to be honest with you.
Yeah, the women that he pandered to, they already know about this, so it don't matter.
Yeah,
it's just like Derek Jackson.
It doesn't really matter. The people that's gonna rock with him is gonna rock with him. That's not even the conversation that I'm having. I don't want him to lose his income. I don't want him to lose his audience. I also look at him as just a content creator because obviously I don't take anything that he says serious. But when it starts to when kids get involved, I think that that's a more serious situation because in my opinion, that's one of the reasons why the community is broken in the first place. I don't believe in broken homes. I don't believe in any of that shit. And I think that no matter what, and I say this regularly, if y'all having disagreements, even with relationships, if people are having disagreements, but they don't have no kids, who the fuck cares? Nobody is gonna suffer from it. Keep it moving. It is what it is. But when you start to have kids involved, this is the reason why the culture in the community is so fucked up, in my opinion. And that's something that I think is worth a conversation.